That's okay.
People are going to talk like this, and they go like this, and that's they have to hold the mic in front of them like this, right? And if they're going to turn, it's a lollipop. It's not an ice cream cone. And all you need to do is something like that. Ladies and gentlemen, the meeting starts today in just another 1 minute. My gosh, how time is flying. 1 minute.
Talking, wander up here. All right,
great.
I'll introduce you.
My pleasure.
Thank you, man.
Maybe I can introduce a guest or something. I'll come back later.
You giving me this?
This is not how you use a microphone. This is how you have to use this microphone. This is not good. This is good. This is an ice cream cone. You should have a red bed. President Joe, it is time to go.
Start with this. Get us, can you get the thing? Right, so give me,
Introducing Coach Joe. A-team game time. I always almost forget. I call this meeting of the Oakland Rotary Number 3 Club to order. So welcome to Oakland Rotary Number 3. We're the third oldest Rotary Club in the world. I'm Joe Goralka, President, retired CPA and CFO of East Bay Restaurant Supply, and you can call me. Around the world, there are more than 46,000 Rotary clubs with 1.26 million Rotarians in over 221 countries, providing more than 47 million service hours at an estimated value of $850 million per year. Most cities you can name have a Rotary Club. We have both local and global impact. We gather as business and community leaders to make a difference around the world and right here in Oakland, to support each other, to support each other's businesses, and for some fellowship and fun. So welcome. Thank you for coming, either in person or online. Now I'd like to welcome any visiting Rotarians. I know of one. We have Martha Grelka, the charter president of the Delta Antioch Club, and we have John Avakian, who is currently a past president of the Healdsburg Rotary Club, and he's checking us out pretty seriously. We haven't pushed him over the goal line, but maybe soon. Do we have any other visiting Rotarians? We have John Notch, right? Notch, how do you say it, John? Hi. John is a past member of the Oakland Number 3 Club, and he moved off to Hawaii for a number of years, and now he's back. Who knows, maybe we'll see him more. Aloha. Welcome, John. Do we have any other visiting Rotarians?
Heather, and which club are you from?
I'm not, I'm just here visiting.
Oh, okay.
I'm just here to see about a prospective member, Heather Repair.
So now I'd like to introduce any visiting guests of Rotarians.
Yes.
And
Okay, I'm on the right track now. So I'm a visiting guest. My name is Heather Repair.
welcome, Heather. We hope you come and see us more often. Do we have any other guests? Dana Sack?
This is Peter Cedolini, who's lives just around the corner. He's working on building a house up at the top of the hill, and he's also the owner and executive chef for Manjami Restaurant out in Danville, where I eat with 8 friends about once a month. It's a great restaurant. It's Peter Cedolini, and he's interested in our food programs.
Welcome, welcome. Do we have any other guests? No? Well, welcome all. So please welcome Sharon Canoe, Executive Director of the St. Mary's Center, a community of hope, healing, and justice dedicated to improving the well-being of seniors and preschool families in West Oakland by meeting basic needs for food, housing, and social connection. Sharon, would you please give us a thought for the day?
Thank you, Coach Joe, and thank you to everyone at Rotary for your longstanding support of St. Mary's food programs. Our thought for the day comes from Dyron Thompson, a graduate of our Transitional Housing and Housing Navigation Program, who today serves as a senior ambassador. He is out this afternoon in encampments, helping unhoused seniors connect to services and find permanent housing. And his thought is, homelessness did not define me. It helped to redesign me. It's a challenge to all of us to overcome adversity and rebuild. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. I hope you heard that. Homeless didn't define me. It helped to redesign me. I think pretty inspirational. I'm going to call an audible. I don't think I see Kimberly Miller out. So Don, do you want to wander up? As Don's wandering up, I'm going to introduce Don Lacey Jr., Executive Director of Love Life Foundation. He's also a writer, actor, fabulous comedian, talk show host, and activist. Love Life is the official motto of the City of Oakland. Don's going to give us his 3-minute Rotary introduction.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My 3 minutes starts right here. January 24th, 1981, my daughter's mother told me it's time. We got started to get on 580 freeway. And she said, I'm having this baby. I said, relax, baby. I can drive and deliver a baby. It's all good. Don't trip. And I had one hand on the steering wheel and the other hand between her legs. And I pulled and pulled, and she was panicking. And I was trying to keep her calm. And then as if propelled by some unseen force, the baby dove on the floor of the car and made a splat. And right at that point, her mother lost it. Oh my God, the baby's on the floor. The baby's on the floor. So I said, with all the cool I can muster, honey, pick the baby up. I'm still driving. And right at that moment, as God is my witness, Isn't She Lovely came on the radio. I was so proud when I got to the hospital, I wrote on her birth certificate, place of birth, 580 freeway. Attending physician, Donald Lacey, baby's daddy. And I gave her the name Loishe, which is Igbo and Nigerian and means love life. And as the Bible says, the name of a person describes the attributes of that person. She was a successful conflict resolution mediator at McClymonds High School. But on the night of October 20th, 1997, she was senselessly murdered, an innocent victim to a shooting. And I was in Los Angeles, and I was getting pages all night, Mr. Lacey, we know who did it. And I said, don't do nothing till I get back tomorrow. But the last person I talked to at 7:30 a.m. that morning was my grandmother, who said, what the devil meant for evil, God was going to turn to good. And I put out the word, I don't want no vengeance. My daughter had taught me when a friend of hers was murdered a few months before her that she wanted to do something. So the Love Life Foundation is her dream. And here we are now, 29 years later. We've served thousands of black youth and at-risk youth to violence. We have some that have gone through college. We have 8 and 4-year colleges right now. And how we gained international attention was on May 12, 2018. I met for the first time one young man who was convicted of a murder. And I said on the cameras of CNN, I forgive you, because I wanted to set an example of forgiveness. So here we are. We don't have any full-time paid staff, mostly volunteers. We look forward to working with the Rotary Club to help for a better Oakland, for our youth, for our city, not only for my daughter's name, but for the good of us all. And on this Resurrection Week, God bless you all and thank you.
My gosh, was that something? Several years ago, how would we all feel if one of our siblings, daughters, sons was killed? The Love Life Foundation is obviously trying to make a difference. Don Lacey is trying to make lemonade out of lemons, and that's probably not a great analogy. But Don, thank you for sharing with us. Now let's welcome some new players to the team. New talent to keep our bench strong, to continue making a difference in Oakland and around the world, both now and in the future. Today we actually have 3 new members to be inducted. Each new member receives a Rotary pin and badge, plus a packet that includes a club directory, a copy of Rotary's 4-way tests, our Rotary Rulebook for Business and Life, a 4-way test coin, and of course a ball cap. Your ball caps are on order, they'll come. Our first new member is sponsored by Keith Urarte. Keith's occupation is, quote, mostly retired. Keith, as a thank you for sponsoring a new member, I present you a Rotary 4-way test coin. I think you have a dozen of these now. Keith, will you please introduce our next newest Oakland Rotarian?
All right. Thank you. Coach Joe, fellow Rotarians and guests. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing our newest Oakland Rotarian, Carlos Uribe. Carlos is the principal of Autoros Consulting, working on campaigns across California and Alameda County. Most recently, he was a campaign director for our now Mayor, Barbara Lee. He moved to East Oakland in 2007. Oakland is not just where he lives, but where he built his life and commitment to the community. For over 10 years, he led and built the Oakland Pride into the largest one-day celebration in the East Bay with a $500,000 annual budget raised from local businesses, corporations, and philanthropists. In Carlos's spare time, he's an Alameda County master gardener. In deep East Oakland, he and his partner and neighbors help steward a quarter-acre urban farm where they grow and share their harvests. Much of Carlos's deep commitment to service and community comes from his grandfather, Ayaki, from northern Mexico. He joins Oakland Rotary with that same commitment. Coach Joe, fellow Rotarians and guests, please welcome our newest Oakland Rotarian, Carlos Uribe.
Hey, Stephanie, would you mind coming up and taking a picture? I apologize, but thank you, Stephanie. You do such a great job. Keith, why don't you stand on the other side of Carlos? Thank you, Stephanie. Rotary. And we're the third oldest Rotary Club. We've got 3 members. If you wouldn't mind doing all 3 steps, thank you. Carlos, here's your Rotary pin and badge. This Rotary pin is recognized around the world. It comes with 250 friends right here in Oakland and 1.26 million around the world. We know you are a superstar, and we're so honored to have you join our team. Don't ever hesitate to say, put me in, coach. Welcome to the Oakland Rotary number 3 team. Carlos, we're glad to have you. Our second new member is sponsored by Bill Schwartz, president of Mastiff, a developer and publisher of video games for all systems. Bill, as a thank you for sponsoring a new member today, I present you with a Rotary 4-way test coin. Would you come up and introduce us to our newest and maybe youngest new member?
Thank you very much, Coach Joe. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the most interesting man in the world, Mr. Siraji G. Bicho. Remember that name, Mr. Siraji G. Bicho. Born in Ethiopia, the youngest of 10 siblings, Siraji is blessed with 48 nieces and nephews. He spent a decade as a refugee in Kenya. After losing 2 siblings to waterborne diseases, he founded DD Mol, an organization that provides safe, clean drinking water to over 250,000 people worldwide. Bain & Company were so impressed, they brought him to the Bay Area and made him a consultant. After both parents were diagnosed with cancer, he became chief of staff at Manta Cares, a digital health company. He was the national spokesperson for the Boys and Girls Club in 2019. He's the founder of Blenda Creative in Oakland, using film, video, and other media to shape stories around politics and technology. That's not everything. That's not even close to everything. He is the most interesting man in the world, but I'm out of time. So I got a question for all of you, and the answer is, hell yeah. Are you going to welcome Siraj Jibicho to the Rotary Club of Oakland number 3? I can't hear you. All right.
Siraj, I have your Rotary badge and your Rotary pin. This Rotary pin is recognized worldwide. It comes with 251 new members, new friends here in Oakland, and 1.26 million Rotarians around the world to be your acquaintances and friends. We know you are a superstar, and we're so honored to have you join us. Don't ever hesitate to say, put me in, coach. Welcome to the Oakland Rotary number 3 team, Siraj. Thank you. And hopefully you'll make a TV movie about us at some point.
I will start on that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Our third new member is sponsored by Sonia Fitz, Chief Development Officer of BOSS, Building Opportunities for Self-Sufficiency, a housing and human services and social justice nonprofit. Sonia, as a thank you for sponsoring a new member, I have a Rotary 4-way test coin for you. And please introduce us to our next newest Oakland Rotarian.
Can you hear me? Okay. I had cataract surgery in both eyes, but you're still blurry to me right now. I'm so nervous. It's my honor to introduce the newest member, Gwen Austin. I've worked alongside her for 13 years in BOSS, my organization. She's the Community Engagement Manager, so she works with individuals and organizations who want to support BOSS's work, ending homelessness and systemic inequity. So please do talk to her if that's something you want to learn more about. And 2 fun facts about Gwen. She's local celebrity, being awarded the Woman of the Year award by Berkeley Professional and Business Women's Association. That was a couple years ago, but she's Woman of the Year every year to all of us in Boss. And the other fun fact is she was originally from Chicago, but I think I can safely call her a California girl now. She lives in Oakland, works in Berkeley, and vacations at Indian Wells tennis tournament because she wanted to be a tennis pro when she was a kid. So welcome, Gwen.
Stephanie? Gwen, here's your Rotary badge and your Rotary pin. It comes with 250 new friends right here in Oakland and 1.26 million worldwide. We know you are a superstar, and we're so honored to have you on our team. Welcome. Don't ever hesitate to say, "Put me in, Coach." Welcome to the Oakland Rotary number 3 team. Thank you, Gwen. So now I'd like to bring up Kimberly Miller. We actually had a meeting sponsor for this meeting. Oh man, bam, she's here. Do you know what a meeting sponsor is? A meeting sponsor is someone for a generous donation of $300 can say basically whatever they want around their business or an event. And I think you can promote it to 250. Oh, I'm taking your time. I can see it. Okay. I think it's the best deal out there. So now I bring up the CEO of the Gym on Lake Merritt, Oakland Children's Fairyland.
Good afternoon, Rotarians. How are you all doing today? Excellent. Good afternoon, Rotarians. How are you doing today? All right, all right. I cannot see my slides. I hope they're up. Great. I'm Kimberly Miller. I'm the CEO of Children's Fairyland. How many of you have been to Children's Fairyland? Hands. How many of you have been as a child? How many of you have been with a child? How many of you have been as an adult at night? Great. Next slide, please. It's that time of year. Spring has sprung. Children's Fairyland is time for our annual gala where we support organizations in our beloved Oakland, like this very one. We have a gala coming up for Rotary as well. And Children's Fairylands is on May 20th, where we'll be celebrating our whimsical gala. Once upon a time. Next slide, please. Look at, one before, please. The one before, please. The one before, please. Look at these beautiful people who are looking like they're having an amazing time supporting Oakland and Children's Fairyland. Next slide. Guests will have an illustrious time with 316 other guests last year, representing almost 40 businesses and other philanthropists and individuals in the area and members of our community supporting Fairyland, including last year, Mayor Lee on her very first day in office, as well as other elected officials in our civic community. Next slide. The Fairyland Gala is, as said by our illustrious board of directors, is the premier gala because you get to be a child again. You get to dress up. It's not some stuffy affair. You get to dress up and be a child again. Next slide. Let's talk about the impact that you can make. Next slide. Individuals who invest in Children's Fairyland will make an impact like last year, $405,000 raised. Next slide, please. Next slide. $405,000 raised last year, yes. Next slide. Southwest was one of our sponsors last year, and they love investing us because it's investing in the magic of children and childhood, and an investment in our community is an investment in you as well. Next slide. Your investment and supports in programs like, next slide, I keep saying that because I'm going fast, puppet education. We work with OUSD teachers. We co-create with them in puppet education, which is helping the social emotional well-being of all of our community's children. Next slide. as well as Fairyland for All. If you haven't heard, we're creating access for all Oaklanders, as well as Bay Area families, to have access to our little old Disneyland in Oakland, to make sure that every single person has the ability to have access to our little oasis. Next slide. Also, in park revitalization, to make sure that we endure for the next 75 years. We're in our 76th now. Next slide. And as I say, imagination doesn't retire, it doesn't age out, it's the bridge between generations. And if you or your organization would like to join us, next slide, we have such an incredible marketing reach. Our social media reaches a vast network through VIPs and philanthropists through your sponsorship. Next slide. I think, keep going, next slide. Got to be quick on those fingers. Our social media on our website, next slide, on our social media. Our Instagram has 18,000 followers, as well as our Facebook. So we have a vast reach, and your impact matters. Thank you for your support. Next slide, which is the last one. And we invite you on May 20th to join us to become a child again. Thank you very much.
So where are you going to be on May 20th? Maybe Children's Fairyland. Now I'd like to call up past president Linda Bosnicker, retired CEO of both Girls Inc. and the Girl Scouts. Linda?
Coach Joe, it's so good to be up here. It's my first time up here. So Coach Joe, where are you going to be on April 23rd?
I'm going to be at the Oakland Rotary Endowment Gala up at the old Holy Names campus, and I can't wait.
Excellent. President-elect Merlin, who's standing behind me, where are you going to be?
I'm going to be having fun at our gala in a couple of weeks, so be there or be square.
All right. Rotarians, where are you going to be on April 23rd? I can't hear you. Well, I guess my work is done since you're all going to be here. Really, on a serious note, just a couple of things. You should have received this in the mail. If you didn't, there's one on your table. This is your little reminder card that gives you your little QR code to do what? Buy your tickets, because our lovely Julie Fox is arranging for the food, and we need to know how many people are coming. We want everyone to come. So buy your tickets or become a sponsor, and hopefully we have the sponsors on the screen. Thank you to all of our sponsors. And it's not too late. You could still be a sponsor for the gala. And then you get your tickets with your sponsorship. But if you don't want to do that, you can just buy your ticket, come to the gala, and have a lot of fun. Because that's number one, fun, friendship, and fundraising. But I want to really, really encourage you to go to the back table where Carrie and Julian and Jesse are and take a look at our Best of Live. This is your opportunity to buy a ticket for $100. We're only selling 100 of them. And if you're selected, you get to pick any one of these lovely items. Fabulous getaways to Hawaii, getaways to New York, a wonderful wine library. You get to select it for only $100. So there's limited tickets. I don't know where we are now, but I would encourage you to get your ticket today. So, because I know we have to get going on the next thing on the agenda, 3 things. Buy your ticket for the gala. It will be fun. Consider being a sponsor and get your Best of Live ticket. I will see you all on April 23rd at the Oakland campus.
Yeah, stay. Linda, if you'd stay for just a moment, where are we all going to be on April 23rd? At the gala. Linda, in recognition of your service above self efforts and being a past president of Oakland Rotary Club, a 250 member responsibility, being an active member of the entertainment committee for years and years, and for recently agreeing to become the club's ombudsperson, I want to present you a Rotary on the Run medal.
You know, I've been coveting this.
I'm glad. Thank you. And now I'd like to bring up my general manager and president-elect, Merlin Edwards, a lobbyist and consultant. He's going to tell us a little bit about the District Learning Assembly and youth certifications, and hopefully quickly. Sorry, Merlin.
Thank you, Coach. First of all, I want to remind everybody, if you remember last week, we talked about the academy that's going to take place in Ohlone College on April 11th, and we're encouraging everybody to be there. It is designed for those who are chair people, who want to be chair people, who are working on committees, and members of the board of directors. So as many of you as possible can be there. It starts at 9 o'clock. And as I said, it's at the Ohlone College. So we encourage you to be there. Even if you think you want to become a member of a committee or a chair of a committee, be there. The next thing I want to talk about is the Youth Protection Program. It is a Rotary compliance program where we should register and be certified when we go out with our youth. And what those organizations that the groups that we're talking about is Enterprise Institute, Rotaract, or anytime we're encountering kids that we're working with the exception of Kinder Prep. Because in Kinder Prep, all we're doing is just say, hi, kids. But any other work that you're doing, we ask you to be certified. In order to do that, Jesse can send you the training website that's on our website. We want you to be trained. You have to get your fingerprints done. If you go to get your fingerprints done and there is maybe a charge, if there is, just send us the invoice and we will pay for the fingerprinting. But it is important for you to get your certification, and it doesn't make any difference whether you're just a volunteer or even the president and the executive director. All of us must do that. So I encourage you to wait for the notice that you're going to get from us and go online. You can get trained online. It's about, I think, about a half an hour training, and then get your certification and you're all set. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Merlin. Could you stay for just a minute? I have something special I want to present you too. Merlin, in recognition of your service above self efforts in being my general manager this year, providing valued support, guidance, advice, and someone that I could brainstorm with, for inducting 3 new members already and more in the pipeline for this year, numerous contacts providing prestigious exposure for the Oakland Rotary Club, and for leading this club next year to glory, I present you a Rotary on the Run medal. Oh. There we go. Thank you, Merlin.
I just want to say, Joe, are you sure you have the right person?
I do. And now I want to bring up Julie Fox for a quick announcement. She was with Safeguard Business Systems by Julie Fox, a commercial logo design and layout printing business, plus an office and promotional products business as well. And she's going to give you some information on our upcoming brown bag lunch.
Good afternoon, President Joe, fellow Rotarians and guests. It's that time once again, our Brown Bag annual event. This is, as you all know, this is an opportunity for all of us to support our Rotarians. They will graciously open their doors to us to show us what they do for a living and how they support our community. I have all the information in the back. You have it on your tables as well. But just to reiterate, Boys and Girls Club of Oakland, the East Bay SPCA, Fast Signs Galleria Scola, Piotalk Architects, Planting Justice, Port of Oakland, TNT Strength, Youth Beat, and Ashby Lumber. All lunches must be ordered by next Thursday, the 9th. Box lunches are $25 each. It's catered by Ann's Catering. So please join us in supporting our Rotarians. Bring a guest, bring a family member. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. So we need you to sign up now so we know where you're going to attend and what your lunch will be. So it is my honor to introduce our speaker, performer, Jeremy Cohen, who is an extremely accomplished and very entertaining jazz violinist. Jerry can make the violin sing in many different styles: classical, rock and roll, jazz. His career has crossed paths with many famous musicians and legends. I think I'll let Jerry tell his story both with words and music. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
By the way, I was born, wait, I'm not done. I'm not done, but I got 20 minutes, so I got to cram like all this different music and these different styles. I want to just bring up one thing really, and that this, it's wearing in on me more and more. It's seeping in the fact that I'm standing here in this hall. I was born and raised in Oakland, California. The very first concerts, I went to Fairyland, I don't know how many times as a kid. It's wonderful to see you here talking, representing Fairyland, because that was such an important place for me, going to see the puppet shows there as a kid growing up in Oakland. Oakland High, class of '75. I was born at Kaiser Hospital. in 57. Just take that 75 and turn it around. You can figure out, if you were good at math, how old I am. But I'm old enough to have had, hear, unbeknownst to me, hear the Oakland Symphony probably in 1968 or 1969, playing here in the auditorium, seeing the person that would eventually be my violin teacher when I grew up in New York. I went from Oakland High to Sonoma State to Brooklyn College, where I studied with Itzhak Perlman, probably the best known classical violinist of our time. I left New York to go on the road with a show, The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. It was a Broadway show, and it took me around the country. And, you know, I realized that growing up in Oakland, I thought that the rest of the world was like Oakland. I did. And I learned different. You know, of course, I got to see a lot of great cities, big cities, but I got a picture of the country that reminded me of how lucky I am to be from here. So I definitely associate, you know, everything to, and I continue to live in Oakland to this day. I did live away for a few years. School on the road. That Best Little Whorehouse landed in Los Angeles, where I stayed for the next 7 years. I played fiddle on the Dukes of Hazzard. I'm old enough to have done one show with Frank Sinatra. One show. I was about 28, 26, something like that, and played one show with him at the Universal Amphitheater. I worked in TV and in motion pictures, and then I just started to have a family and decided I wanted to return back to the Bay Area, where I raised my two sons and continue to work as a musician. Too many things to talk about, except for the fact that we have Skywalker Ranch here in Marin County. We were able to do a Star Wars album with John Williams. Back in the day, albums with Linda Ronstadt, with Aaron Neville, with all kinds of great wonderful recording artists, and I have enjoyed a career of staying in my sandbox. In other words, having enough musical styles in different capabilities for working either in the studio or playing in shows or playing in theater, playing with the symphony, recording my own ensembles. I started a group called Quartet San Francisco. It's received 3 Grammy nominations over the years for our 8 or 9 albums we've done now. I always felt guilty being from Oakland and calling my group Quartet San Francisco. And the guilt, because Quartet Oakland just didn't run off the tongue as easily. And when we travel internationally, San Francisco does hold a very romantic image and different for different people in different parts of the world. My violin, you heard it play the theme from Over the Rainbow. This violin was owned, before I got it in my hands, by the concertmaster of the orchestra of MGM. This is the violin that played the solos on the original, not only Wizard of Oz in 1939, but every American in Paris, Singing in the Rain, every MGM musical, every MGM romantic film, every little kiss scene. You've heard it before. I knew you had that look on your face when I was playing. It was like, where have I heard that fiddle before? You have, in fact, you've heard it thousands of times on recordings with Ella Fitzgerald, Rosemary Clooney, Doris Day, Bobby Darin, Quincy Jones, Dean Martin, Count Basie, Frank Sinatra, Mel Torme, Pat Boone, Bing Crosby, Fats Waller, Cannonball Adderley, Henry Mancini, Stan Kenton, like that, all the way through this era. Thousands of recordings were done. And this violin was in the room, and now it's 1 degree of separation in the room with you. So why don't I play it? Let's see. This violin, also being a part of MGM, was involved in all of the Bugs Bunny, Elmer Fudd, Daffy Duck, all the Merry Medley cartoons, even the plucked whiskers on Tom and Jerry. You may have heard those on various Tom and Jerry cartoons when the mouse grabs the cat's whiskers and all of a sudden you hear. Well, this violin played also in those soundtracks. It was involved for many years, from 1939 to 1969. And a part of that music was in the Warner Brothers cartoons. They used music by a composer by the name of Raymond Scott. You would not recognize his music other than from the quartet, from those cartoons. But if you imagine Elmer Fudd or Daffy Duck incredibly mad at Bugs Bunny, or even a factory scene where you see like a manufacturing plant, you'd hear. Well, this music of Raymond Scott was packaged together by the staff of the Warner Brothers music, of Carl Stallig and the music staff of MGM, excuse me. And they combined it with classical music. So while I was growing up listening to opera and symphony and, also pop music of the time. I'm class of 75. We were listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Temptations and Stevie Wonder and, there's the music of our lifetimes. Well, this music was combined in the Warner Brothers cartoons with classical music. And I was very inspired by this composer, and so of the albums that I've done, the most recent one was done on the music of Raymond Scott. And he never actually wrote for cartoons, but his music was adopted by the Warner Brothers staff. And so I did an album with a gentleman from Los Angeles named Gordon Goodwin. He has an 18-piece big band. He brought in Take Six. And so between my quartet, the big band, and Take Six, we had an album with 28 people on it. It received a Grammy nomination for one of the tunes that was that Gordon had finished the composition of a piece that Raymond Scott didn't finish. And there you go. I have been involved in very many different aspects of the music business in order to stay in my sandbox and be able to get out my violin and have fun playing and play from a place where I can be passionate about taking it out and loving what I do. And it's been a big journey to remain as an independent musician on a 350-year-old. This violin was made in 1868, but these instruments have been around for about 300 years. And to interface and understand how to bring what I do to business and to contracting, hiring other musicians, producing records, publishing music for other string players in order to keep it all going and make a half of a living that I can also be with a partner who also works and be able to sustain life in the music world, where I call it my sandbox, my happy place. It's a lot of work. It takes a lot of admin. It takes a lot of understanding about business, and the relationships and the knowledge base of people here in Rotary are a critical part of what I do. You help inform me and keep music alive, and because art and culture in this world is under great stress and under great challenges. If you've been following the news, I won't get into any of the particulars, but the struggle of being an artist and maintaining our integrity and maintaining our passion for what we do and being able to bring it to you is an honor. So thank you very much. I'll play a tiny bit more. I don't know am I getting the axe anywhere? Is anyone giving me?
4 minutes.
I got 4 minutes.
You didn't mention Carlos Santana.
Oh, yeah. So amongst the things I do, I run Quartet San Francisco, which has been around 25 years and numerous Grammy nominations. I was asked to do a recording session, and I ended up going to a studio in San Francisco, and bang, it turned out to be a recording session for Carlos Santana. There are strings. If you listen with a microscope, you can hear on Maria Maria. The song Maria Maria on Supernatural has a string quartet on it. And the producer wanted us to come in and add a string section to the bridge of Maria Maria. And I think, I don't know, it's up to what, 100,000 million copies sold, one of the biggest selling albums of all time. And of course, there are thankfully credits in there. You can go dig up your album and find my name somewhere deep in the credits of that movie. I've also composed a tango, which I'll play for you a little bit, which was used in a movie, which was licensed into a movie called Red 2. It was a Bruce Willis film. And I wrote a tango called Tango Toscano. I'll play a little bit of it for you. Tango Toscano. So, I write, I compose, I publish, I'm down to a minute. I think we're going to expand to 6 minutes of questions.
That's fine.
And I can, play your answers, or I can talk.
Stay up here. Jeremy, thank you so much for your role in keeping music and jazz alive and sharing your gift with us. Do we have any questions for Jeremy or any song requests? Oh my gosh. I guess I'm told I have to go to Ruth. Ruth?
One moment.
You want to yell and I'll ask it? Who has questions? Who has questions?
I'll play while she carries the mic.
Ruth.
Okay, sir, turn around to your left.
Can you talk a little bit about the studio system and how AI is changing Hollywood? Or
Well, let me just say this. We don't know yet how AI is changing, although there are people who can push buttons and believe that they're musicians because they make things happen without the background training and schooling. However, I was a part of the era when synthesizers were coming in and freaking everybody out because string sections were being reduced. Instead of 10 first violins, they would reduce it down to 4 or 5. And there were, we were playing along with synthesizers and computer music. And I think what happened was we adapted. These things are happening. They're going to happen, and they're going to be part of the future. And in the case of synthesizers, we started to, maybe the numbers came down of the numbers of people that would actually be hired to play because these devices would start replacing humans. But, AI is not good at emotional content, It can play a sad song, but it can't immediately relay human emotion without words to do what art does for us in our lifetimes, whether it's music or acting or painting or ballet or whatever. The sensation that we get is not something that can be replicated and played through even speakers. The emotional experience of music is the connection, the art's the connection that we get and the benefit in our lives that art and artfulness gives us. I don't know how AI will ever be able to replace that, but we're going to find out pretty soon what it can do, and we're going to learn to work with it. I'm sorry, I don't really know because it's just being developed, but there are people that think they can make money in the music business. That's a whole other talk, and we don't have time for that, but copyright, publishing, you know, getting your music on the air, getting music licensed into movies, a lot of that's being taken over and put into fewer and fewer big corporate hands. Big corporations still run the airwaves and what music gets out there. Any other, don't get me started. Go ahead. You've got a question? Yeah.
Mike.
Sorry.
Okay.
Mike Malone?
I wonder if you could entertain us with just a little bit of anything from the celebrated TV and music composer Lalo Schifrin, if you know any of his many.
So many. Star Trek. You know, so many great TV themes from Lalo Schifrin. Great, great, great composer. You had a question. There's one up here.
Janine?
No, wait a second. You don't have a mic.
Great presentation. How did you acquire your violin, and what is it insured for?
Seriously? You got a guard for me at the door? I got it in 1981. There was a music store in San Francisco, Nash Mondragon ran a music shop, violin shop called Cremona Musical Instruments. I had gotten my first good violin from him when I was about 12. And I had that for many years. And then I got in Perlman's class and I came back and I said, you know, I need another instrument to go the next step. He said, I don't care what you do, go out and rob a bank and come up with $30,000 and buy this violin. Well, this was the concertmaster of MGM's violin, and his wife was also in the orchestra. He had passed away, and his widow, who was also a violinist, had a more valuable violin. And Nash, the owner of the shop in San Francisco, made a plea to her. He said, my client cannot afford, he ended up at $27,500, and she gave us 3 years to pay for it, which was unheard of in the music business. It's currently insured for $400,000.
We have time for one last question.
You're from that era. Did you ever do any work with Jeff Lynne and the Electric Light Orchestra?
Oh, no, but I'm deeply influenced by the strings component. I grew up listening to, you know, so many bands, and the English and British bands in particular, they were all conservatory trained and had gone into rock and roll and music production, and but I never played with Jeff Lynne, but I still am a big fan of ELO, and it was a very significant thing for me. Is that it? Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
You know, Jeremy, I'm going to ask one quick question. Can you play anything on The Devil Went Down to Georgia?
Sing.
Ah, no, you don't want me to sing. You don't want me to sing. Jeremy.
Yeah.
In appreciation for your presentation today, we've made a donation to Polio Plus.
Super.
So know that you are helping eradicate polio from the world.
Fantastic.
It's Rotary's signature project, and in over 3 decades, we've reduced reported polio cases by 99.9%. And we will eradicate polio because we are this close. Thank you. And I also have a Rotary 4-way test coin for you as a remembrance. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you. Pat Williams, retired attorney and retired Rotary Executive Director. Can you tell us who our speaker is next week?
Thank you, Coach Joe. Since the mid-1970s, the bird population in the US and Canada has decreased by over 3 billion, and research shows that decline is just accelerating. What can we do to save the birds? Come next week to find out. Whitney Grover, the Director of Conservation for the Golden Gate Birds Alliance, will tell us about their innovative Turn Off the Light for Birds program.
So Keith, Bill, Carlos, Uria, Gwen, and Sonia, if you'd head to the back of the room so our members can greet you as they leave the room. Oh, we got some bell ringers. I was just going to ask. Dudley? Dudley Thompson.
I'm just not as quick as I used to be.
I'd like 2 bell ringers. First of all, I've been sitting here for half an hour really concerned about the deficiency of puppets and that they need this education. And I would like to contribute $100 and hopefully puppets get more education.
Dudley Thompson for the puppets.
Secondly is live music. Jeremy, so much for being here, but we have our own people. This Saturday night, Jason Weiselman and Tammy's Camaro is at the Ivy Room. Please go to that. And in 2 weeks, Janine is going to sing the Beatles at the Art House and Culture Center in Berkeley. And come see Janine and sing the Beatles.
Dudley for live music. Sam Miller.
I'm getting old for this.
Thank you. Just want to ring the bell for our musician speaker and wish him and anybody else who's celebrating a happy Passover. Today's the first day of Passover, so Chag Sameach.
Sam rings the bell for Passover. Do we have any other bell ringers? I'm going to ring the bell for Jeremy Cohen. I thought he was fabulous. So I want to thank everybody that made this meeting possible. You're superstars, but you can help too by cleaning your table, putting your badge back in the box, and paying any bell ringers with Jesse Bodel. And I want to leave you with this. Through Rotary, world peace will come someday, and we will end polio too. Look out, Oakland Rotary is on the run. I call this meeting adjourned. Thank you.